Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank you all so much for coming over. Now look, this Kendrick Lamar halftime show was a lot deeper than I thought. A lot deeper. Uh, this title here, got this video from The Ville, says Kendrick's halftime show hints towards Drake and Triple X beef. If you guys don't know, Triple X was the rapper who was, y'all know what happened to him. And it was alleged that Drake might have had something to do with it because of some lyrics in his song that may have been hinting to that. I don't know. But it's very, very, very suspicious. Now, if you know in Kendrick's halftime show, he had the video game controller buttons, and there was that X on the field. And in my mind, I was thinking of the X because of the X's. I don't know, but we're going to see the breakdown of this. Man, this it's crazy because it's so much to unpack. We ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Easter eggs, Easter eggs, Easter eggs. If there's anything that you're going to hear about in the near future, it's going to be these Easter eggs that came out in this Kendrick Lamar halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Now, as you may know, there's a lot of things that people are pointing out already. Either way it goes, you're going to hear about Easter eggs. But one of the biggest Easter eggs that I wanted to talk about right now was the one involving XXXTentacion. The internet has speculated that one of the Easter eggs that Kendrick Lamar had shared in his Super Bowl halftime performance was an Easter egg symbolically representing XXXTentacion and the beef that he had with Drake while he was alive, and the alleged conspiracy revolving around Drake and XXXTentacion. Now, this was talked about after people recognized a lot of shapes. People were recognizing circles, triangles, squares, and X's. People were realizing that there was X's
Right.
being played in the show. Now we notice this particular X the very first time when they get in transition to sing the song for Peekaboo. Kendrick Lamar and everybody else in the background gets ready to perform the song in this X right here in the middle. Everybody gathers around Kendrick Lamar, runs across the X from side to side, from stage to stage, while Kendrick Lamar performs Peekaboo. This is the first time that you see this X. Now, the internet is saying that this is just one X, but you know what else is an X? Drake's X, SZA. So they're saying that this is the second X. And then the third X is none.
Look, man, you guys really got to do a deep dive in your thoughts. I know some people may be looking at this and saying, oh, he's reaching, or saying that. I'm really, really trying to take this all in and understand this to see if it makes sense. You know, Kendrick is such a thought-provocative person. Like, this dude really makes you think. You got to put yourself there, man.
Other than Serena Williams. This is Serena Williams, which is Drake's ex as well. This is the third ex. So people are claiming that Kendrick Lamar in some way is referencing XXXTentacion by one using a big X that he performs in, and then the second one being SZA, an ex of Drake, and then Serena, which is another ex of Drake. There's a lot of symbolism with using Serena as well. One of the big factors is also not only being Drake's ex, but also being from Compton. So it was a good fit. So initially you think that's the purpose, as well as her name being dropped in the Not Like Us record. But it looks like it might be deeper than that. It looks like allegedly the internet is saying that the Easter egg here is that Kendrick Lamar was trying to reference XXXTentacion. This goes back to the multiple lyrics that Drake had used in multiple songs
Right here.
when he said, damn, maybe I should do a 20. Maybe I should break that 20. Maybe I break it to a 10 to do a 5. Then if it gets live, do a 5 again. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. So they're saying that 10, 10, 10.
I remember that if he held his tongue on that live, he'd be live again. And there was some beef going on with him and Drake. And I think he may have said something And I know he mentioned like Louis bags, and I know uh, X was wearing a Louis bag when he was shot. And you know what I just noticed too? I thought they were going to show a picture and I was going to pause it again, but you notice how the X on the football field, the X is in a box. Like there's a box, then the X inside. Like as in X is in a box. Hold on.
Numerals was XXX. If he held his tongue, he'd be alive again. When he has a chorus
Wait,
saying
what'd he
"Shot up in the
say?
songs," when he said, "Damn, maybe I should do a 20. Maybe I should break that 20. Maybe I break it to a 10 to do a 5. Then if it gets live, do a 5 again." If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. So they're saying that 10, 10, 10. Numerals was XXX. If he held his tongue, he'd be alive again. When he
Mm,
has a chorus saying, "Shot him in the daylight, shot him in the daylight, shot him in the daylight." Or when he says the line "Louis bags in exchange for body bags,"
right there.
followed by not only the lyrics that were said in the songs that Drake had made in the past, but also after the situation that took place with XXXTentacion, Drake was involved in a tour which was called the Assassination Vacation, which people on the internet thought was very alarming because it was a palm tree,
Palm
which could
trees.
represent Florida, where XXXTentacion was from, in the sights of a scope. So all this with the lyrics that were shared in the past, and also fast forwarding to 2024, when one of the defendant's lawyer had brought back Drake's name into the XXXTentacion case after filing an appeal. It says here in his petition, Williams' attorney Mauricio Padilla points to rapper Drake's alleged feud with the victim as proof that he could be an alternate suspect. Padilla sat down with Law and Crime's Jesse Weber to talk about the filings. Now, this was a time where they both had a discussion and questioned the possibility of Drake's involvement in this crime. Now, this is the lawyer of the defendant that's accused of doing this to XXXTentacion that he spoke on after filing this appeal in 2024 of November 30th. So I bring all that up as a refresher just to let you know that the reason
Yeah, see, X in a box. That's crazy. Shot him in the daylight, shot him in the daylight. Picture of the palm trees and the scope in Florida. Like, again, man, you can think what you want to think. But I say a lot of times they put this stuff right in our face, right in front of us, and we look past it because we're dancing.
why people are saying that this could be the reason why Kendrick is bringing this up in the first place is to reference XXXTentacion, as well as throwing shade to Drake while using both of his exes. You know, Serena Williams was one of them, SZA was one of them a long time ago,
Double
and then
meaning.
the X shape that Kendrick gets in with the dancers before he performs Peekaboo, which is a very unique song to perform while doing this. You know, Peekaboo, like now you see me, now you don't. I'm here, then I'm not here. A very interesting song to place in the middle of this subliminal message, if it is a subliminal message. We'll keep it alleged, but it is a very strange thing to see. I'm
Right.
not sure if it was done on purpose. Like I said, everybody's going through all these Easter eggs, and I'm curious to see if this is actually one of them. I thought it was a real interesting take. You know, I thought it was a very, very interesting take that I saw here. And another thing that I wanted to point out, this is around the time where he starts hinting to the fact that he's going to play Not Like Us. It's when he's in this X is where he starts revealing that he might do Not Like Us for the Super Bowl. And this is where he throws the line, you know, they love to sue. So with all this being said, a lot of people believe that Kendrick Lamar could have been referencing XXX Tentacion. Allegedly. We'll keep it alleged, but you could tell me how you feel about this theory here. I just
I'm gonna look at the comments, but let me just say this also too, because I'm thinking about other things that I've seen in that video when they were singing that won't, 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 that part right before Samuel L. Jackson came out again. As I'm picturing that again, those guys singing, they look like they were from Florida. They had the dreads, the grills, uh, and that was right before he went into Peekaboo. And then you notice how Samuel Jackson said, scorekeeper, deduct one life. This is a lot deeper than we thought, y'all. Scorekeeper, Deduct one life right before he went into peekaboo. Hold on. Let me see some of the comments here. Someone said, don't skip over the fact that I ain't gonna say the word, under the street light is supposed to be portraying Florida dudes. Nappy dreads and gold grills before peekaboo. I just said that. Oh, man. Let me see. And there was a third ex-girlfriend. Oh, yeah, the one girl under the street light that we covered the other day. Right? The third ex-girlfriend referenced right before Peekaboo song. Yeah. Doc, when he created the commercial of Kendrick being up there on the street light. So that's 3 X's right there. Let me see. Someone said the palm trees on the that album cover also resemble Triple X picture. Uh, like the leaves look like his hair. Someone said if you analyze the lyrics, bing, bop, boom, boom, bop, bam, Kendrick says boom 3 times, the same number of times XXX was shot. Then he says you wouldn't understand. Someone said G and X equals good night X. I don't know. I'm just reading what it says here. Samuel Jackson said deduct one life right before Kendrick performed Peekaboo. Then Kendrick performed on the 30-yard line. 30 in Roman is XXX. Yo, this is wild. Wow. She. Again, if you go back to those videos, and I've covered some where they talked about Drake allegedly having something to do with this. This right here, Kendrick's performance, will all tie in together and make sense. Again, I ain't trying to get here. I ain't trying to convince y'all, but man, jeez. This is deep. Peekaboo, the song they played in the X, started with the helping hand sample right after Uncle Sam said deduct one life. Not a coincidence since X Family did the helping hand challenge. Wow. She. This is deep, y'all. Hey, again, think about what y'all want to. Think what y'all want to think. But this definitely got my brain spinning right now. Just to add more to the whole Kendrick Drake situation. Wow. All right, peace out.